just tell them to get seated and that we'll be starting.
Just maybe let them know that we start at 5 because I see these salads are still being distributed.
I'll just say in the next minutes.
Good evening, everyone. If you could please be seated, we'll be starting in the next few minutes. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the John Molson Mba Icc closing ceremony for 2023. We hope that you've had as much of a great time with us as we have with you, and that your week has been full of challenges of the best kind. To start us off with the evening, I'd like to introduce you to Catherine Crew, Chairman of the Board of Advisors for the ICC. You can come.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Karina. Good evening. Well, this is it. You can all breathe. And I know we're in a really good place because the color has all come back in Bill's face. He knows we're here. So I started my involvement with the competition about 14 years ago. A colleague of mine said, you know, there's this really neat thing at Concordia. It's a case competition. No, other than business experience, you know, they're all always looking for volunteers. Come and let's do this. So I said, okay. But there's a little known fact that I should really reveal at this point was my background is engineering. I went to school a long time ago. You can tell from my gray hair. And I had never been exposed to cases. I had never read a case. I had never done a case, never been exposed to cases whatsoever. So here I am, you know, 14 years later, and in awe of all of you on how you manage through this process and this case competition. So big round of applause for all of you. So the last 3 years has mimicked pretty much what's gone on in the world. Our first year as chair, we got canceled outright. The second year, the only people that were down here in the hotel were the organizing committee, and the rest of you were all online. It's a very lonely place down here for some of the people that have shown up from last year's organizing committee to actually see what a full room looks like. It's quite amazing. And so we were a bit worried this year because we'd lost all of our village knowledge on how this all went together. And as you know, there's a lot of moving parts, and although people keep notes, we never know. And we were fortunate that over the last couple of years, we've added to our ranks on the advisory board many of the past organizers who had a wealth of knowledge that could continue to support the organizing committee. Learning and growing is really important, and I think to this year's organizing committee, I would like to say something that one of the fellow judges last night shared with me at the end of the semifinals, and I think this really sums up for my organizing committee down here. And he's been judging for a long time, and he said, Catherine, I'm not sure how you do it, but this year's event is better than ever. So congratulations, organizing committee. So classroom work is important, and I don't want to be disrespectful to my academic colleagues in the room, but there is nothing that replaces experiential learning in the program, and this is what this event is all about. Opportunities to get outside your comfort zone, and that is the fundamental core of how we approach this whole event, whether it's a volunteer taking us to the room, the organizing committee, all of you and all your programs. This is all around getting outside your comfort zone, learning and growing, and finding places that you've never been before, finding the resilience that you never knew you had. And make no mistake, this is a competition. Like any sporting tournament, you guys did 5 cases in 4 days. The physical stamina to go that is not lost on me. I mean, it's quite amazing. I know you're bleary-eyed or whatever by the time that 5th case came around, but you still did it. And that's really a result of the practice and the work that you did with your coaches and your program back at your own institution. So well done. Congratulations again. The business community here in Montreal supports us with sponsors and judges, and we are grateful to our loyal and new corporate sponsors and hope that you consider their services and products. I would also like to thank the staff that's in the room. You were amazing this week. I would say the hotel did an amazing job, as they always do. Polite and courteous servers. Food was wonderful. So congratulations. A round of applause for our host institution. And my final little recognition, and I'm not sure she's with us tonight, but some are our judge briefers. Gwyneth, the one and only Gwyneth Edwards. I mean, can we ever replace her? I don't think so. And of course, she had some help this year. We had our fellow board member with us, Serge Helou, and also on the faculty, Raymond Paquin, however you want to say his name this year, we'll give him. And without their guidance, quite frankly, as judges, it really makes sure that it's consistent across all of the rooms, and we would not have the depth of knowledge of the cases and how to judge without them. So I will turn it back over now to Karina, and please enjoy your meal.
And now I'll turn it over to one of our diamond sponsors who have been with us for many, many years. I'd like to invite to the stage Thomas Ficelier, Director of Pre-Owned Aircraft Acquisition and Sales Support from Bombardier.
So, thank you very much. It's actually an honor to be in front of you tonight. Bombardier has been a proud sponsor of the GMSB case competition for about 40 years now, and it's again an honor to be in front of the next generation of leaders this year again. I'd like to also congratulate all of you guys for making it here. I actually know what it takes. I was at one of these tables back in 2007 with the Université Laval, and we were joking with a colleague from Bombardier who also did the case competition, where we're still traumatized by the amount of stress that we went through. So we know the amount of work that you guys have put to get there, the amount of effort, the times you've invested. Some of you have even missed like the holiday season to be able to make it here. We know the amount of pressure that you guys have just been going through after a full week. So again, you deserve a round of applause for having gone through all of this. I also know that I'm probably the last guy standing between you and a party, so I promise to keep this fairly short. 2022 has been an amazing year at Bombardier. We actually celebrated our 80th anniversary. So it's been an amazing journey since starting as a snowmobile building company back in 1942 all the way up to today. So I'd like to show you a short video of how we've been evolving over the past 80 years. So today, Bombardier is a pure-play business jet company. So we are uniquely focused on designing, manufacturing, selling, and servicing business jets. We're the number one OEM in the world. We have about 5,000 business jets that are flying around the world. And we're very, very proud of our product portfolio. Actually, last year, we launched the Global 8000, which is basically the pinnacle of business aviation. That's the plane that goes the farthest, that has the nicest cabin. And it's also the aircraft, the first civil aircraft that has broken the sound barrier since the Concorde. And we just keep on innovating. As you can see in this video, we've now launched the EcoJet, which is our platform to test future technologies, future engine technologies, future sustainable alternative fuel technologies, future wing designs, in order to be able, as a company, but also as an industry, to reduce our CO2 footprint. Actually, one of our objectives as an industry to be net zero by 2050. Now, in order to be able to build and design and sell the best planes in the world, we also need the brightest minds, and that's basically you today. So if you're interested in solving complex business issues, if you're interested in leading the next marketing campaign of one of our products, or in designing the interior of our future planes, there is an opportunity, there is an exciting opportunity for you. I've actually been with Bombardier for 15 years in a number of positions, and what I can tell you is that no matter what your background is, there's going to be an exciting opportunity in one of our 15,000 employees that's working around the world. We hire every year about 1,200 interns. We have programs for CFA, we have programs for young graduates, engineers, and we have open positions, whether you want to be the next strategy analyst, the next market analyst, the next sales support person, the next digital marketing specialist, we have opportunities for you. So if you're interested in being part of this exceptional journey, please make sure to come and talk to us. And on this, I wish you all an amazing evening, and congratulations again for this amazing evening.
So please continue your meal, and we'll go through some of the experiences of the week we just went through. Hi again, everyone. It's been an exciting week. 5 cases, 1 semi-final, and 1 final. It's also been a week of fun, excitement, and networking. Let's take a quick look of the week through a lens. Good evening, everyone. While competing, it's easy to lose sense of your peers. Each year, we award one team that demonstrates genuine team spirit and collaboration. The Richard Aucalt Team Spirit Award for the year of 2023 goes to Igare School of Business. I would request them to come up to stage, please. The Dr. Pierre Brunet Coach Award was created in 2006 to recognize the important contribution that coaches make to this competition. This includes preparing teams for months prior to the competition and guiding them through the week of the competition. Each year of the competition, we award the coach from a school that demonstrates excellent mentorship. And this year, I would like to congratulate Judith Jayasuriya as the Coach Award. I will request her to come up to stage, please. So this year has been a challenging for a lot of us with the pandemic and everything. So I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Cynthia Law. Her support and knowledge through this competition has been highly contributed. Thank you, Cynthia. Next, I would like to invite Pat Demoy, coach of University of South Carolina, to come up and say a few words.
I think you've all figured out this week that the problem is not me not wanting to get up in front of a microphone, but to get the microphone away from me. I want to start out by thanking everybody who put this together. I want to thank the dean. It's so rare. I'm sorry, you are the president of Concordia University, President Carr, and it is so rare for somebody at his level to come to a competition. And again, it speaks volumes about how this competition is viewed by the university and their engagement and their involvement. Catherine, the head of the board, who has done such a great job. And I also want to thank two people, neither of which really prefer that I mention their names. They don't want to be associated with me too much. In life, there are people that embrace and embody all of the things that you wish yourself could be. They have the grace. They have the ability to calm people when the situation is going bad. They always make you feel welcome, and they make you better for being around them. And I've known this person, Jean Ballon, for more than 25 years, and when Jean first met me, he had no idea what to think of me. He was smart. And over the years, I have seen the grace that he has had in working. And you note that we don't have an award for him, and we need one, because he truly represents what it is that all of us should want to be and how it is that we should represent ourselves. So again, Jean, I really admire you and think you are so great. And the other person that I really feel needs recognition, and this person actually has a perceived gruff exterior, but if there's anybody in the world who will go to bat for the people that he believes in, he will support this competition from anybody who wishes to do anything bad about it. Bill Meter. Bill, could you please stand for a second? Go ahead and stand. Stand up, stand up. I want to tell you just a little of a story about Bill Meter, and not one about him being up on St. Catherine or something like that. But Bill could be retired and could be living someplace. He took a company that had, and they have the jukeboxes that are in the hospitality suite. And he took a company and he basically helped turn it around and make it a much more viable entity. And he ended up selling it for in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, there are a lot of people who would have chosen not to provide any largesse, nice highfalutin word, or any additional money for his employees who helped get him there. But Bill recognized, quite simply, that those who help you get to where you want to go should always be part of the equation. And Bill made many, many people who were involved with the company much more wealthy than they were coming in. And again, that just kind of shows you the type of person he is. He not only gives his time, his talent, but he also is willing to share his treasure, and those people are far and few between. I also want to point out one university, and if any of you could guess, I think you'd be very surprised. C'est le seul équipe que porte français à la présentation, c'est Laval. Laval University is the last university to continue to present en français. Où est Laval? Laval? Oh! Et c'est un plaisir to have them, because when I first started coming to this competition, we had schools from France, we had Mba Icc, Saint Laurent, all present in French, and now we're down to just one. And I hope that Laval continues to do that, because this is a country with two languages, and it is part of their culture, and we just hope that they continue to do that. Sylvain from Icc, I'm so glad that you decided to come join us. He's one of the advisors who was here for a number of years. Excuse me. His job was not to tell you what you wanted to hear. His job was to tell you what you needed to hear. And he did not do it with an ego. He did it with a self-deprecating humor, because he was always willing to make fun of himself first and then make fun of me, and he was always right. This year's organizing committee, Mehul, I think that you took on the task, and it's like we had each other on speed dial many times, and he had the willingness to take on a lot of the things that are the fine details that make or break a case competition. Mehul, could you please stand? I want to thank Corinna as well, because when you look at it, this type of event costs in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we're out there, and I say we because I feel like I'm part of it, are out there begging. And literally, it's getting tougher and tougher and tougher because companies have more and more difficult objectives. So where's Corinna? Please get up. Oh, she also loves to sing karaoke. And Bhagesh, where's Bhagesh? Right there. Now, Bhagesh, if you didn't see him with a smile on his face and asking you first in terms of how it was going and trying to make certain that if you looked like you had just got run over by a truck, how it was going, then you had somebody else. Because every time I see him, and he still has that smile on his face right now, he was involved with the judges and the events. Stand up. He did such a great job. Lucia, our marketing person. It's a difficult thing to get out there in today's age in terms of managing. And oh, by the way, I was so happy to see that Bill Meter got on WhatsApp today. I mean, that was such a major step forward. Could you please stand up? She did such a good job spreading the message. Now Harsh, he was the 5-minute man. He was logistics and also the budget. Yeah, so in other words, he had to figure out where the money was spent and how it was spent. And throughout the week, we did not get far behind time. We were not running. You did such a beautiful job. Thank you. Tara, please get up. Now, you may not have seen her much. She was up there herding the judges. And so she was up there looking horrified on many an occasion when something was said to them that maybe they shouldn't have heard. You know, they were told, the AI case that somebody got up and actually said, oh, and this afternoon we'll have an AI case. You should have seen somebody's face turn absolutely white. She said, we weren't supposed to tell them. But she handled it with such great aplomb. So after she kicked him and threw him to the floor and put a headlock on him, she said, oh, okay, don't worry about it. It's not that big a problem. But she did a wonderful job working with the judges. Now, this competition does not work without volunteers. And Rahul, you worked 250? 375 volunteers. And look, there are many times I know I heard you guys say, well, they didn't start the case on time. It's a massive undertaking to keep this thing moving, and you work so well with the volunteers. I really appreciate that. Farshad, get up. He was the power behind the throne. He basically was out there and he was making certain the logistics were running well. And I was going to steal his sweater when he turned around. He put it down one day and the nice zip up thing, he put it down and I was so tempted because I said, we're about the same size. But again, he worked really well. And one of the great things about a logistics provider is if you don't see them, they're doing a great job. So I really appreciate everything you did. Now, I just want to make a few comments about something that is related but not related. We've come back in person to an event that is representative of what a good MBA program should be. Experiential learning. Should be an opportunity for us to get in each other's grill and learn and grow from each other. And one of the things that I have found during the pandemic is that we as educators have done you a terrible disservice. We have been in a situation where many of you have lost touch with your friends that you were in school with. Many of you have lost touch with many of the things that are going on. And that's a very difficult thing to do, to go under, and it was not something that anybody wanted to do. It's something where we basically had to take a pause and a time out. And for many people, this has caused an increase in depression, an increase in anxiety, an increase in lack of self-worth. And one of the things that I think you really need to understand is that every single person in this room is worthy of being loved, is worthy of being somebody that other people should respect and should treat with kindness. So I ask that you take time to love yourself, and you take time to be there for your friends and your acquaintances who are going through difficult times. I had a situation this semester in one of my classes where I was teaching a student who was a son of another professor, and his brother had committed suicide 2 years earlier at the beginning of COVID because his girlfriend had rejected him, and he just could not get over it. And that's a very difficult thing. And I talk about this constantly in some of my lecture classes, and you just cannot imagine the number of people who come up afterwards and say, thank you. I need to hear that. And so I want to pass along a couple of rules, and then I'm going to get off the stage. You are all, as I said very on, worthy of being loved. And anybody who treats you with disrespect, anybody who treats you as somebody who does not deserve, not of worth, you're not worthy of being loved, get the hell away from. If you have friends who are involved in situations or relationships, please do not be afraid to reach out to them and touch them and let them know that there are other avenues and other ways. We have come through a situation where many of us have gotten far more involved in social media, and social media basically, and for many people, is just an extraordinarily negative force in our lives. So I want you, because you have gone through a challenge, and each and every single one of you who has done this event is a better person and is a type of person who will remember this event for the rest of your life. I have people who I had on case teams 25, 26 years ago who still say that they call these people and they contact these people and they keep up with it. Make certain you establish friendships. Make certain you recognize that even if you didn't win, because there's only one winner this week. And, you know, we always hate to hear it. Okay, yeah, we didn't win, so I'm first loser. Heck with that. You guys entered into the arena. You took the challenge. You put yourself up there to be judged by other people 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. This is something that you should exult in, and that you should recognize that you are now part of a unique group of people who have done this. And you need to always remember that as in Gone with the Wind, if you're having a really bad day, tomorrow is another day. And please remember that. Y'all have a good night.
So let's move on to the next part of the evening. I would like to announce the divisional winners with their prizes. Starting with our first winners. Winners of the EDC division, Heinrich Heine University, Dusseldorf. Winners of the Bombardier division, Barna Management School. Winners of the Vacation Tracker division, University of Manitoba, Asper School of Business. Winners of the Briscoe Business Ownership Center division, McMaster University. Winners of the RBC division, Paderborn University. And winners of the CSL Bearing division, Munster University. So finally, the most important part and most interesting part of the night. It's now time for me to announce the third place winners of this year's ICC and the winners of the $5,000. I would like to request Mr. Bill Meter, directors of the Briscoe's Business Center, to come up and present the check. The third place winners are Barna Management School. So now we will announce the second place. When the second place winners are announced, you will know by default who the first place winners are. But I would like to please take a moment to appreciate the second place team as well. And I would like to ask our guest speaker, Thomas Fessier from Bombardier, to come up and present the $7,000 check. The second place winner for the ICC 2023 is NTO Singapore. Congratulations. And finally, our first place prize, the ICC Cup, the $10,000 check that will be presented to our winning team by Natalia Veneslokrava and Jean-Claude Shema from EDC. McMaster University, congratulations on winning the first place in the JMSB ICC. I now declare the 41st edition of the ICC closed. See you on our 42nd edition. Good night.